Hi, Joanne, your favorite breath coach here. How are you? What's going on? I've had a couple of interesting emails and discussions over the last couple of weeks, and this one was the most prevalent one lately is how to know when you're in touch with your inner being, your higher self, or if you have another term, please drop a comment below. Let me know what your term is, please. And remember to stay tuned to the end for this week's challenge and to find out some other news. What I'm working on is I think I'm making progress. Woohoo! Anyway, okay, so how to know. Okay, so before I tell you that part, which you might figure out along the way, but let me ask you something. What's your thing? What is that thing that you do that you just kind of lose track of the rest of the world, and your mind becomes still, your body becomes still, and you feel great? And yes, I know sleep is an option, but let's skip over the sleep part. Okay, I knit, right? This is one of the things that I can sit there for hours and just let everything just drain away. And I have actually done that because, at one point I was like major panic attacks. Thank goodness I got over that between the breathing and the knitting and the combination and doing a few other things. Yeah. So, and hey, no medication, but okay, different topic. So, how to know? Most of the time, we got so much crap going on in this little brain of ours that, quite frankly, I'm surprised sometimes that the body actually works because there's so much going on up there. The brain, has forgotten to let the how to talk to the rest of the body. But um, it does, and we do. And except for those times when we're sleeping, which isn't always a restful sleep because sometimes the mind doesn't shut off and it does keep going. This is where you need your release. So every night before I go to sleep, I do a small breathing routine. It allows me to just let go of stuff. And when I get up in the morning, before I start moving, I do a little breathing routine to get a little more oxygen into the body, because often when you're sleeping, your oxygen intake reduces. So the first thing you do in the morning is get that oxygen going. Part of that's breathing, a little bit is movement. Sorry, I've got a cat behind me. I don't mean to bob in my chair. Dude, what are you doing? Oh. Okay, this is part of recording at home. So find your thing. And in like I said, it doesn't matter if it's knitting, painting, what else? Cooking. Some people completely lose themselves in cooking. Dude. And some people it's gardening, some people it's walking, some people it's working out. Like it doesn't matter what's your thing, that you just laying on the couch reading a book and you just completely forget about the rest of the world and you're so absorbed in it, right? That's your thing. Because in that quiet time when you let everything else go, that's when that's when those little funky thoughts come up. They're like, oh, I should try this, or I should do this, or I should get up and do this, or call somebody. That time when that call somebody thought, and you pick up the phone, you call them, and they're like, oh man, did I need to talk to you? Right? Or, oh man, I wanted to talk to you. Like, you get that response. That's your inner voice. And everybody can do this. We don't allow ourselves to do it, but everybody can do it. It's a question of taking this wonderful thing that we have and putting it down and just leaving it there and walking away, like getting outside without that thing in our hands in front of our face. Give yourself that few minutes. Find out, what is your hobby? Is it coloring, painting, playing with clay, playing in the gardens, like, I don't know, braiding, macrame, beading? There's like 10 million gazillion options out there. Go find out what your thing is. That's your challenge this week. Go find out what your thing is. What is that thing? And you just absorb yourself in it, right? What is it? Just pay attention to that. And then while you're doing that, notice how you feel before and after. And then notice what thoughts come in the middle. The quiet, still, calm, firm, confident thought. What is that one? That's the one. You just go, oh, right? Yeah, you got that. You do. So go with that this week and let me know how you make out. My email's in the box, in the description box. So you could always, send me an email. You can send me a question if something I said isn't clear, like ever. And you can also request a topic. So, yeah. But, we've been told, there's actually a term for this, but I'm not going to get into it right now. Pardon me. There's a term for this. It's called consciousness bias. So when a whole bunch of people thinking the same thing, then it must absolutely be true when probably isn't, or very well may not be, or very probably possibly could not be. Sorry. Oh goodness. Okay, I need to get some water. Just give me 1 second. Where's the pause button? Pause. Ooh, sorry, that was awkward. Okay, so yeah, just pay attention to that little thing. I think what I was saying was confirmation bias. So it just means a whole bunch of people are thinking it, so it must be true, right? So yeah, no. I'll get into that in another day. But go with that feeling, see how you're feeling, find that thing that makes you like chill out. And if you can't think of anything right now, do yourself a favor, just take 5 minutes, just 5. That's it. Doesn't have to be complicated. Find a breath routine that works for you. For me, just I do one of two, depends on the time of day and what I'm doing. But so play with either of these. If you want to calm down, the very first thing I have to say is if you need to calm down, you're too stressed out about like anything, make sure your out breath is longer than your in breath. And just repeat that for at least 1 minute. And really, that's only 5 to 6 breaths, depending on how long your out breath is. That's it. And seriously, 1 minute. You will feel the change almost immediately. The other breath you can try is equal amount in, equal amount out. So, and you can do your count of 4, 5, 6, whatever you feel comfortable with. It's about what works for you. The premise is on the first, the calming breath is in and out. And then you can pause for a second if you want, in and out. And the other is just in, out, in, out. Same amount. Very simple. Doesn't have to be complicated, but do that for 5 minutes every day for a week. Let me know how you do. If you can manage twice a day, perfect. But go with that. Let me know. And because I got distracted a couple times, if anything doesn't make sense, please let me know. As always, drop a question or email me. And if you found any value at all, please share with your friends. Helps with the algorithms, helps the channel, helps me know I'm helping you, which is ultimately the bottom line of this whole thing. And let's face it, I'm human. I make boo-boos. Sometimes I don't speak as clear as I think I do. So, hey, let me know. All right, cool. All right, in the meantime, I send you much love, blessings, peace, and happiness. It's always within you. It's not about what's going on around you. I know it's hard to understand. I had a bit of a time getting that. Even now, sometimes I go, but it's a human experience. We have good days, bad days. Life goes on. There's more to it than that. I wish you happiness. I wish you joy. And give the challenge a try. Let me know. That really is kind of important. kind of sort of a lot important. I'm babbling. I gotta go. Talk to you later.